Hello again, and welcome to High Point Healing and Wellness. I am Dr. Valenci Exius. I'm a licensed acupuncture physician in the state of Florida, also called a doctor of Oriental medicine. In this segment of the show, I will be talking to you about some of the different things that I treat through Oriental medicine. Most of the time, people think that Oriental medicine is just acupuncture. And they think that through acupuncture, we only treat pain because most people know that acupuncture effectively treat pain, and it does. We can treat pain and get very good results with acupuncture. And we also treat a number of other things through Oriental medicine. The great thing with Oriental medicine is that because we have so many modalities to choose from, when a patient come in, we can customize the treatment for each patient once we find out what the root cause of the condition is. So I want to go over some of the things that we treat, and a great resource for that is the website High Point Healing and Wellness. So when we go to the site, under the tab called Conditions Treated, it's the third tab. There's Home, there's About Us, and there's Conditions Treated. If you go to Conditions Treated, it has all the different conditions under categories. So the first category is muscle, bone, and nerve pain and disorders. So we have things like back pain, leg pain, foot pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, sciatica, headaches, TMJ, migraines, and so on and so forth. And there's a whole list of pain. And the reason we're able to treat so many different types of pain and to treat them effectively is that in Oriental medicine we said that when there's pain, it's a sign that there's a blockage in the energetic channel. We call it chi and blood stagnation, meaning that there's poor circulation and the energy is not flowing freely. When we insert the acupuncture needle, it helps to promote the flow of chi. It promotes the flow of the energy. That's the Oriental explanation to why acupuncture works. Now, during recent times, they have done a lot of modern scientific studies. Those studies have shown that yes, indeed, acupuncture treats pain, and the way that it helps to treat pain is by increasing some of the neurotransmitters and some of the hormones that we have in the body. One neurotransmitter in particular is endorphin. And endorphin is the body's natural painkiller. So you probably heard of morphine. Maybe you knew of someone that was in a lot of pain that had to get morphine at the hospital. So endorphin is the body's version of morphine. So it is a powerful painkiller. So when we treat someone with acupuncture, there's powerful medicine taking place. The body is producing that neurotransmitter to help with the pain, and on a more long-term basis, the body is able to bring new blood flow to the area so that there's an improvement in circulation and there's an improvement in the flow of the energy. So this alone is from the list of the pain and nerve pain, muscle, and bone pain disorder. So this is just the first category on the website. Then we scroll down to the next category, which is gastrointestinal disorders. So among those, I will list some of them. We have stomach ache, indigestions, IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, abdominal bloating, hemorrhoids, nausea, heartburn. So these were just some of the conditions in the list. And a lot of people had no idea that those things could be treated. And when we do have digestive conditions, it's because, again, there's an imbalance in the system. Something is out of balance. So oftentimes we use a lot of Chinese herbs to treat the digestive disorders. along with acupuncture. And there are countless herbal formulas that are specific for each of those and specific for each patient. So each person is different and each person requires a specific formula. The next category is gynecological disorders, menstrual cramps, PMS, premenstrual syndromes, when women feel tension, being moody, irritable, or being bloated, having headaches before the period. All of those groups of symptoms can be treated effectively through acupuncture. We have menopause, infertility, endometriosis, and fibroids. And oftentimes people are shocked that we treat fibroids in Oriental medicine. Most of the time, women have to either have surgery or leave the fibroid alone and suffer through painful periods, heavy bleeding, and not knowing that there is a safe, natural alternative to help to balance the body. There are specific Chinese herbs that we call blood breakers that are able to help to shrink the fibroids. So there are powerful Chinese herbal formulas to deal with some of those gynecological conditions. The next category is urinary and sexual disorders. In a previous segment, I talked about the acupuncture channels, and I talked about the kidney channel, how when the kidneys are out of balance, it impacts the sexual and the reproductive organs. So some of the things that we treat are infertility in both men and women, sexual dysfunctions such as impotence, erectile dysfunction, low libido in both men and women, bladder infections, frequent urinations. Those are all common conditions that are treated using Oriental medicine. The next one is ear, nose, and throat disorders. A lot of time patients will come in for other conditions, and then they learn that I can help them with their vertigo, with their tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears, or with dry eyes. Oftentimes, dry eyes could be due to an imbalance in the liver channel. The next one is the next category is emotional and stress disorders. So people who are dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, fatigue, all of those things can be treated through Oriental medicine using acupuncture and or Chinese herbal medicine. Early in an earlier segment, I talked about the toll that stress can take on the body and how in Chinese medicine stress affects the liver meridian, and there are specific physical symptoms that can manifest as a result of stress. The next one is respiratory disorders, things like allergies, asthma, the common cold, sore throat, bronchitis. The next one is immune disorders, people dealing with HIV infections, lupus, candida, people dealing with chronic fatigue syndrome. All of those things we can treat. We can help to modulate the immune system using effective Chinese herbal remedies and using acupuncture. The next category is addictions. And when it comes to addictions, there's a very effective acupuncture protocol called the NADA protocol. And it's a separate training and certification that I did. I am certified in the NADA protocol, and we're able to treat tobacco addictions, narcotics, alcohol, and weight-related addictions, such as people who are addicted to sugar or to carbohydrates or food addicts. And we're able to do that most of the time alone, using just Oriental medicine, or for more deeper, more serious forms of addiction like narcotic addictions, we use acupuncture as an adjunct therapy, meaning that the person could be in a rehab center or could be actively working with a mental health professional, and in addition to that will get the acupuncture and the oriental medical treatments. The next category is circulatory disorders, people dealing with atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, angina, anemia, so poor circulations. All of those things are treated effectively. And the last category is others. There are other things that we treat effectively that were not necessarily things that the ancient Chinese knew about that we're facing in our modern world. So one of these things is people dealing with chemotherapy side effects. We know that when someone goes under chemotherapy or radiation therapy, there are specific side effects that can occur, and that can make the treatment very difficult. Oftentimes the patients have nausea, they might have fatigue and weight loss. So those are some of the things that we treat in Oriental medicine and that I treat in my practice. There are acupuncturists working in cancer treatment or side by side with oncologists to work with cancer patients. Also, weight management. We know that in our society, that due to our poor eating habits or lack of exercise or ways of high stress, all of these things contribute to weight gains. So in Chinese medicine, we focus on rebalancing the body. We also use food therapy to help with weight loss. So in my practice, I use many different modalities. Each patient is different when it comes to weight loss. You could have someone that has gained weight because of an increase in appetite, that they're overeating, maybe they're dealing with some kind of stress or something emotional like a divorce or a breakup, and they're eating more often. So the acupuncture treatment will involve working with the emotions and also helping to reduce the appetite. Someone else could go all day without eating and they're having one large meal at night. That slows down the metabolism and that causes them to gain weight. So the treatment would involve working to speed up the metabolism. With some people, it's an imbalance in the hormones, and so we would work on balancing the hormones naturally. With some people, it's just poor choices in food, so we would come up with an eating plan that works for that person, to eat healthier, to eat smaller portion, and in order to lose the weight. So when it comes to weight loss and when it comes to everything else in Chinese medicine, each person is seen as an individual in order to get the results for that person. And so as you can see, the list was pretty extensive, and I only listed just some of the things that are treated in Oriental medicine. So in my practice, I chose to focus on keeping the traditions of Chinese medicine, of really treating the whole body, of bringing the whole body back into balance, and that's how I am able to address all of these issues with the patients. So I hope you learned a lot from this segment, and I invite you to contact me. My practice is in Lauderdale Lakes, which is part of the greater Fort Lauderdale area, and you can contact the office at 954-390-0411, 954-390-0411. You can also visit us online at www.highpointhealing.com, and I would be glad to treat you or any loved ones that is dealing with any of those specific health concerns. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next segment where we would go deeper into the specific health conditions.